Happy Stitchers. I'm Katie.
I'm Laura.
We are the Black Needle Society. We are back for day 2 of Stitch October.
Ooh. So we're going to show you what we stitched on the last couple of days, and then we'll show you what we're going to stitch for the next couple
And
of
should we
days.
should we just say that we've just finished dyeing our hair? So this is like less than an hour of it
The
being
back of
dyed.
my hair is still wet. I sat outside to let my hair dry, and it dried enough.
Mine's air drying. It's still a little damp, but we're just going with it. So we have some good lighting so we can film.
So we're having the fun with the hair. So my first project was Quaker Crow from the Workbasket. And I did finish. Let's start with the positive stuff. How about that? I did finish going all the way up this other row. And what I found out is that I put the 2 sets of chevrons too close. They were supposed to be 2 stitches apart and they're 1. So I just needed to take a breath and I will figure it out and get it in there. The big problem is getting this diamond in here. And really, I think what I'll do is just make this go up higher so that it can go up and around, and I'll figure that out. But I'm going to do that later. And I instead worked on my long dog sampler for a good chunk for all day yesterday.
Because this was in timeout.
Yes, this went to timeout, and that was it.
Are you going to work on it again before the end of the month so
No.
that you don't see? I'm just thinking that like next year when you pull it out, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, why is this messed up?
I may pull it out and put it in Pattern Keeper sometime during the year so that I know what I want to do with it.
I worked on The Witch's Brew by With Thy Needle and Thread. I'm also gonna say, I was the first one to wash my hair today, and I made the mistake of not wearing gloves into the shower, and I gave mom that pro tip.
So mine look pretty good. I mean, the tips where we dyed each other's hair, yeah.
Yeah, we were pretty good until I went into the shower to wash it out and I ran my hands through my hair. So,
And obviously my light hair, you can still see a little in my roots, but my light hair made my hair take this dye way different.
yeah. Okay, and this is my progress.
Are you showing them the right? Yes,
Yep.
sure. Okay. So Katie's doing this for our friend Cece's birthday.
Yes, which I didn't get to stitch on their birthday because we went out to dinner because I burned dinner and we got home really late and then I didn't feel 100% fabulous. So I worked on it though yesterday and this was a new start. So this is all brand new stitching.
And this is fabric that was in
Be Stitch Me. It was in a Halloween box. I want to say it was last year's Halloween box.
in the trick box, we think.
Well, she just does one Halloween box.
Oh, in her Halloween box,
Yes.
not in ours. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so coming up for me is one that was a new start not very long ago. So it's Izzie Dekayen by Silver Creek Samplers. I love this one. I've just barely started this. I'm stitching on 32 count purple cone flower linen from Color and Cotton. And I started down in the right corner. So I have a couple bones and aged, and I've started the casket because it says casket aged down there. So that will be fun. I will get all of that bottom stuff in hopefully in the next couple of days. Just so I'll know how big it is. And I can cut the rest of this beautiful fabric off of it.
I have a big piece of fabric for what I'm doing next, which is another new project. It is Resting Witch Face by Hands On Design. And I am going to be doing it on Aurora fabric from Mystic Fabrics.
Ooh. Do you think have you done a floss toss?
No, but I have all the stuff in here.
I'm just wondering about the greens with it, but it would
It'll
be
be
fun
fine,
to
yeah.
see how it all comes up.
It definitely won't blend because she has yellow greens and this is a blue, almost blue. Like it has a hint of green in it. So.
Okay. So this will be another 2-day project.
Mhm.
So Sunday and Monday. So we will be back on Tuesday
Mhm.
to show you what we accomplished and what we will be stitching next.
For the 3 days following.
Mhm.
And we're hoping we get to have another Thursday stitching day because one of
Yes.
our friends is in from out of town. And so we're hoping that we get to meet her at the library and stitch on Thursday.
It'll be so fun. But also, oh, I was just going to say, Katie is just like randomly pulling projects.
Yep.
And I put all of mine on a tiny decisions wheel, and I had already identified what my 3-day projects would be. Have you identified yours? No. Okay. You are totally random this time.
Yes.
Okay. And I just spun mine. And if I spun a 3-day, it went in a 3-day slot. And otherwise, I plugged in the 2-day projects in order. So we won't be working like my prompt for Izzie Dekayen is skeleton. Yours is which? I would think.
That's for bats.
Oh,
She has bats in the
bats.
background.
Okay.
And I was just saying, I'm like, I think one of my 3-day projects is going to be the frosted pumpkin Halloween wreath. Because I want to
That's
stitch on.
big. Yes.
Well, yes, I want to give it time, and I want to stitch on it. Hopefully, on a night that we get to stitch with Keisha. And then one of my other ones that'll probably be a 3-day is the Satsuma piece. Cannot.
Oh, the long one.
Yeah, that's on black. And again, probably because I want to stitch on it in pretty good lighting during a Thursday night stitch group. So those are kind of the ones that I think I'm gonna save at the back of my head. I am waiting on some supplies to come in that I ordered for one of my projects, so I can't work on it until they're here. But other than that, it's kind of free for all.
And we really enjoyed the library, and it did not disappoint. The chairs were decently comfortable.
We got called the rowdy ones.
Yes,
Okay.
the rabble rousers.
Rousers, yeah.
The librarians totally enjoyed us because we just took the table downstairs, and they didn't have to worry about anybody down there messing around.
But we got a little giggly, but we didn't get loud. So we were having fun talking about our book for a book club that we discussed yesterday, actually. But since Keisha and I are two of the three who run book club, we were talking about the book and just got a little giggly about it.
What made Katie totally happy is that in front of her was the wall of YA books.
Yes.
And behind us and just to the side a little were the like mysteries. And I saw a lot of the cozy mystery authors that I like to read. And I don't know if it got into more serious mysteries further down or not, but it was fun to be at the library and be with all the books
and the happy things.
Yes. Yes. And it was just so nice to be back stitching again with friends.
Book club, since I talked about that, we did have our book club discussion for The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo on Saturday, and we announced that the next book will be Wayward, and I don't remember who the author is off the top of my head. But if you are in the Books with BNS Facebook group, I will be making a post over there and sharing the title. You can kind of see already who won because I mean you can see from the poll what the highest voted book was. So
we did make one change to it that from now on we will be only counting votes from people who have been at the discussions.
Yeah, so you have to have been to at least one out of the last 2 discussions. Really, it's because we had a lot of people voting for the books and not as many people showing up for the discussions of the books. So we just wanted to make sure that the people who are taking the time to come to the discussions are getting to read the books that they want to read versus just, I mean, I get it. If there's a poll, I want to vote, like, yeah. So, but we just wanted to try and make it more fair to the people who are.
And we
know
discussing. That most people have good intentions and plan to be there and things
or
come up, but
can't get the book. I think this one was, I mean, since it's Leigh Bardugo, she's a fairly popular author. And I know her work is copyrighted and is like exclusive to Audible for audiobooks. So that can make it a little more difficult. So yeah, I understand that.
And the next one is Wayward, and it's Weyward, and it is by Amelia Hart.
Hart.
Mine is on a 6-week hold right now.
That's all
but
blurry.
That no, you can kind of see. So that's what it looks like. And I could have turned my brightness down, but you don't need to see all my library stuff. And I thought you could see the cover. So that's what we'll be reading for the next one. And that will be the first Saturday in December
Yes.
at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock I can't get the time straight. So 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 to 5:30.
Yes.
And if you would like to join us for that, that would be awesome. Before that, we will be doing our annual Black Friday chats. You want to talk about those? You already set those up. So
yeah, it's in the newsletter. If you get our monthly newsletters, we do a chat on Black Friday. And we're doing it from 7 to 11 p.m. this year. And then we'll do another chat on Saturday from 12 to 4, I believe is what I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So
come join us for one or both. Bring your project, hang out, stitch, have a good time. And yeah.
And it's just on Zoom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the links for it will be in the Black Needle Society Facebook group.
Yep.
So I think that's plenty of rambling.
I think so too. This is probably going to be one of the longest videos we do all month, other than here's every single project we have.
Yes. So I'm chatty today. What can I say? She gave me apple cider, and that was a lot of sugar for me. So natural sugar. So
I think that's it. And we're going to go before we keep going on. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.